Hello and welcome to Tim's BMW repairs and information. Well, I've got two easy ones on the Z4 today. Well, we've got LED side repeaters now, so it's time for LED halos, and I'm going to tell you which LED to get so you get nice and bright. Yeah, I know they look like they're flickering, but they're not in real life. Yeah, get the really bright white halos on these cars rather than the funny little yellow ones. And how to get decent reversing lights, because they're absolutely awful on the Z4. You can't see a sausage behind. Brake lights are brighter than the reversing lights. I'm going to show you how to fit a special LED that really does illuminate behind the car, and they're extremely bright, and you will be able to see where you're going backwards. Okay, let's start with the halos first. Now, I've got a lot of comments on one of my first videos on the Z4. One of the comments was, how do you get these bright white LEDs in the halos? And oh yeah, I know they look like they're flickering, but they don't in real life. It's just the way the camera works, especially during the daytime. Yeah, it's quite easy to do, but the important thing is you choose the right LED, and that's the trick. Now, there's so many LEDs out there that have got all the ballasts on them and, you know, the big resistors and stuff like that. Don't use them, for goodness sake. They're terrible things. So yeah, we're not going to use that. We're going to use a direct replacement that's easy to fit and doesn't cause errors. Now, if they did cause errors, and it's quite possible they might if you chose a different LED, then we have to use Kali to switch off the current monitoring on the halos. And that's quite easy to do. You don't turn off the voltage monitoring, that has to stay on, but you turn off the current monitoring on the halos, and then you never get any error codes. And we'll do the same when we put in LED indicators or turn signals, if you like. We'll do the same with that. We will need Kali for that, but for this we shouldn't do, although I have turned off current monitoring just in case. Okay, well, this is going to be very quick. I'll get you in there. Now, I've recorded it once before and all you can see is the back of my head. That is the problem, so we'll have another go. Righty-ho, we're on looking at the left-hand side headlight. I'll zoom you right in. And there's got a little cover on it there. So that's a quarter of a turn off. Get that out of the way. And there's the back of the LED. In this case, it would normally be a 35-watt halogen. Now, the left and right-hand side are different in the way the bulb comes out. Now, normally you would turn the bulb anti-clockwise to remove it, but it isn't on this. It's clockwise on this, anti-clockwise on the other. And I'll tell you from the start, they're a bit fiddly. I leave the cable on it just in case I drop it. Right, in here, and it needs quite a push. Actually, this one's quite easy. So when I initially did it, it was difficult. So here we go, here's the bulb. Come in a little light, out you come. There we go. And there's the LED. This is an all metal construction. Well, I think it's metal. It looks a bit plasticky, but I know it is aluminium, so that's nice, that is. So that's enough to dissipate the heat. Now, if you want to try and get 35 watts out of a LED or dissipate 35 watts, you need to get rid of that heat. The halogen bulbs radiate the heat, whereas LEDs have to conduct the heat away, which is why they have to have big metal-y bits to conduct the heat away. Now, this won't demand 35 watts from the car system. It'll probably demand something like 10 watts, just enough to fool the lamp control module that there is actually a tungsten bulb in it, or halogen bulb. Okay, so the way this would work is if you've got your halogen in there, you turn that in that direction, pop the bulb out, lift up both of these tangs. Yeah, it's difficult to do them both at the same time. And the connector will come out, and then we swap it for the LED, push it in. And then the hard bit is, first of all, you have to remember that this came out clockwise and not anti-clockwise. And then you've got to get it so the rubbery bit more or less disappears. There we go, that's right in there. And then the anti-clockwise turn, and that's it, you're done. Make sure your wires are nicely tidied away. Put your little goofer back on, quarter of a turn. Job's a good one. Next is a decent reversing lights, because the 21 watt, which usually come with this car, are just a bit yellow and feeble. So we'll put LEDs in there. I've already practiced with a few LEDs. So we're going to spin round, look at the inside of the light unit. We've got this cover here, so he pings off at the end. and you see two bulbs. That one there, that's one of the brake lights. There's two of them. That's the inner one, and the outer one is elsewhere. Haven't found that. You haven't looked for it actually. And this one here is the reversing light. Now, unlike normal BMWs where they twist and come out, these just pull out. I'll try and get my fingers round so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, they just pull out. Very strange. There you go. I've got an LED in mine already because the amount of light that came out from the little tungsten one was hopeless. They only go in one way, obviously. So the way that they go in is up and down. So there's the line on the side pointing it towards you now goes left and right. So what we'll do, try and do it without my hand too much in the way. That's going to be impossible. So that direction, so the lines are on the side, they'll only go in one way, and that's it, and they just push in. Simple as that. Right, while we're messing about with LEDs, we've done the reversing lights, and they make a fantastic difference. And you can see why if you look at the actual clear part of the enclosure. We get there we go, right behind it. And the LED's actually got a lens on it and an LED behind it, as well as side LEDs as well, so they bounce off the reflector. Now the tungsten bulb that's in there is just a round envelope, and so it chucks light everywhere. Most of it's reflected rather than coming straight out. So yeah, the LEDs do make a huge difference. You don't notice them when you're behind the car, just look same as normal. So anyway, indicators, they're LEDs to start with, so you can't fiddle with those. Light strips, so the side lights, parking lights, they're LEDs. So all we've got left is two halogen bulbs for the brake lights and the fog lights. And you don't want to fiddle with those to start with. There's no way you can turn off the warnings for them. And also these bulbs are absolutely fantastic. They're excellent envelope on them, halogen, and they bung out a lot of light. But not only that, is they're controlled in a strange way. So the brake lights are actually the inner one and the outer one. So you put your foot on the brake, they'll come on. Whereas the fog light is the outer light, but it uses exactly the same bulb. So what they do is they run the inner and the outer one at half power. And that's fine with a halogen bulb. It responds well to that. An LED won't. It can't run at half brightness. It will run at full brightness, and that's not a good look. And also, of course, the fog light won't do anything because it's running that at full brightness. So you've got a fog light at full brightness on the outside, brake lights at half brightness. So you won't see any difference between the fog light and the brake light at all. And also the LEDs that can fit in there aren't efficient because they're very small envelope and they just overheat. So I'm afraid, yeah, that's about all there is to it. We can do the reversing light on the back and that's it. There's nothing else to fiddle with there. And there we go then. Yeah, very bright white LED halos. They are exceptionally bright. It's a bright day today. Not much cloud cover. So yeah, they really shine even during the daytime. They bung out a reasonable amount of light past the halo as well, and does illuminate road to some extent, but not a great deal. So yeah, much prefer this, bright and white instead of the yellow and a bit sort of old looking. So it's a really simple thing, an enjoyable job to do. Have a nice warm day and out you pop, fiddle around a bit. White halos. Anyway, put the thumbs up if you enjoyed that. Keep commenting, I love the comments. And yeah, keep subscribing and I'll see you in the next one.